when you go back and really look at Hosea from the beginning of the book, you will find that he was being used as a representation somewhat of God. And when God told Hosea actually to go and find a harlot and marry a harlot, it was to represent God being married to a backslidden church. And the church that was being involved with idol gods was symbolic to being married to a woman that was having affairs and relationships with a lot of men. So when he told Hosea to go get a woman to marry a harlot, he willingly did so. But not only did he obediently do it, he fell in love with her. And even after he fell in love with her, she still was a harlot. And it was supposed to represent what the church has done to God. So when we see where he's saying here, when we get here in the 4th chapter, we see that he is saying that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because they have rejected the knowledge. The knowledge of who God chose from the beginning. Because he chose the Jews. They were God's chosen people. We were engrafted in. Everybody know that we're considered Gentiles. So we were later engrafted in. But he gave me the topic, the Katrina Syndrome. And, when he gave me that, I'm like, the Katrina Syndrome, he broke it down to me. Is that everybody knows about New Orleans, right? And it's the same thing in Noah's time. They were warning, Noah was warning about what was going to happen. And the same way they were warning New Orleans about the hurricane that was coming. And they told them over and over. Matter of fact, they evacuated a lot of people. They got a lot of people out, people that couldn't get out on their own. They had buses to go in. But there were still people who felt like it's not going to be nothing. They had hurricanes before. It's been storms that come through it before. We're going to sit it out. We're going to be fine. And we all know, everybody knows what happened with Katrina in New Orleans. And it was devastating. Mm-hmm. And then after the devastation, there was an uproar because they said the people weren't delivered fast enough. And you know what? Without sounding disrespectful, we sometimes act like ignorant people, but we're not ignorant. Because if you look up, sometimes you think ignorance is an insult. But if you look up at the word ignorance, it means you don't know. So it's nothing wrong with being ignorant. It is something wrong with being stupid. Mm-hmm. Okay? And we all know what that means. Mm-hmm. But we're not going to be able to claim ignorance. Because that's why he said that the people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because they have rejected knowledge. Mm-hmm. So when we reject knowledge, it's not because we're ignorant. It's because we choose not to retain that information.